Welcome back. Let's learn about CSS classes. CSS classes allow you to assign a specific class to multiple elements and then define the CSS properties for that class. CSS classes allow for centralized management of your CSS styling. If you want to make a change to those elements, well, you change the class property and then boom, all of those elements inherit that change. Typically, CSS classes are preferred over inline CSS. If you overuse inline CSS, it'll become a management nightmare. Take a look at this A element. The class, which is the text in green, is referencing the myColor class. And here are the properties assigned to the myColor class. Every element that has this myColor class assigned to it will inherit this color. And if we change the color here, every element with this class will inherit that color. Let's walk through this. Here's our web page. Let's look at the CSS classes within this code. Let's scroll down to the nav bar. Here are the icons with these classes. Each icon can have specific CSS styling added to it. In the CSS panel, I have some classes defined. Let's scroll further down to the content. Let's look at the button circle class. Here's the button circle class within the CSS panel. And here are the style attributes that are tied to button circle. Anything that has button circle assigned to it will inherit these properties. Notice that these icons in the body all have the button circle class. Let's remove it from our file users icon and see what happens. And run. Here's file users before the change. And here's file users after the change. Removing button circle made quite a difference. Let's add it back. Now let's go back to our code and make a change to the button circle class. Let's add a background color property to this class and make the background color red. Run. Here's before the change and after the change. Since each of these icons has the button circle class assigned to it, when we added the background color property to the button circle class, it applied that background color to each of these icons. Let's go back to our code. Let's remove that background color property. We could also define a custom class. Let's go ahead and go back to the menu items. And let's add the TextFused class to these menu items here. This won't do anything yet because we haven't defined what that class does. Let's go to our CSS panel, type in period, because it's a class, TextFused, and let's make the color red. And run. Here we are before the change, and here's our colored icons. We defined the TextFused class, we assigned that class to these items, and that class had color red assigned to it. If we would have tagged this element with the TextFused class, it would also be red. But we only assigned it to these items here. See you in the next lecture.